Hey, this is Sydnee A, and I am here to welcome you to another episode of Necro Friends. Necro Friends. See, I'm making it like the Justice League. No, this is Necro Fiends of the Frozen Dead, where we are talking to all kinds of people who have been brought into the circle of Johnny Necro for the last 25 years. We are celebrating Johnny and we are celebrating all of his friends. And I am super excited to welcome Daniel Blake to this episode, and I can't wait to get to know more about him. So, welcome, Daniel. How are you
Hi,
doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am just jolly. It is a fantastic day, and I am super excited to get to know more about you. So, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure.
I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Well, first, I want to start by saying we're celebrating 25 years of Johnny Necro and the Frozen Dead. So, I want to start with, how do you know Johnny? How did you get to be part of this?
Well, I do a lot of work like through trauma and stuff, I guess, with the conventions, and I sell like the merchandise at the conventions and stuff. So I guess he knew of me through that, and he was doing Toxic Crusaders drawings of the Horror Adorables, and I guess through social media he was like sharing it with me, and we just met that way, and I came out to see him at a convention, and rest is history. I guess
Nice.
he put me in his comic book.
That
It's
is,
cool.
I was going to say, I do know that you are in this, which is fantastic. I have you right. No, I don't. I don't have the right page. I know you're in here though, because I saw it earlier. I was looking it up, and it's so cool how many people he has featured in here and how many people he's met at cons, myself included. So, what kind of things were you selling at the con? Like just trauma based?
Yeah, I mean, when we do the conventions, I'm part of like a little conventions like unit, I guess you would say. It's me, it's Gabe, it's Lynn, it's Frankie, and then we have like JT and Lisa who play Toxie and Sarah, and then we have like our whole little team, and he featured us in the comic that way, and it was just really cool. I don't know. So we just like me, Gabe, and Lynn. We sell the merchandise, so like the DVDs, the T-shirts, the all the accessories, and everything like that. Anything you buy, posters, whatever. Like we sell it, and then you have people doing the photo ops, like JT and Lisa, and Frankie runs the line. And we're like a little
Sounds like a
well-oiled machine.
well-oiled machine. Yeah,
Mm.
we both said it at the same time. Yes, absolutely. That's so great because I'm like new to all of this. So I'm learning and I'm loving everything that I'm learning about trauma and the different movies. I was looking at the list of films earlier and like starting to write down what ones I want to see first. Like it's such an incredible universe and I'm super excited to see everything for the first time,
Oh
which is
yeah, I
really
mean, if you wanted
awesome.
to start anywhere, start with Terra Firma. That's where I started when I was like 16. I started
Okay.
there, and then that was basically it's a movie about making trauma movies, so you get pretty much education of what trauma is right there in one movie, and then you can just go on from there. Toxic
Oh, that
Avenger and Class Nukem High and stuff like that.
that's really cool. I couldn't believe how many movies there are and like how far back they go.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and they're not just like all directed by Lloyd Kaufman or anything. They have movies by a whole bunch of other independent movie directors, and their library is like so huge. You can go to trauma-now.com. So Trauma Now, and uh, or download the Trauma Now app on your phone, and it's free for the first 30 days. You can get a whole library of stuff. It's pretty sweet.
that's what I was going to say. You get the first 30 days free, and then it's only $5 a month after that for like
Yeah.
this humongous library of stuff, which is, you know, you pay so much more for something that has like one movie you want to see, and then you don't ever watch the streaming service again. So to get this much content is amazing.
Yeah, and it's new content every month too. And like there's a whole bunch of people who are just out there making content just for keeping this app alive, pretty much. And it's so cool to see all the new creations and stuff that everybody's making. You can just watch them every month when they upload.
That's super cool. And I love the whole like supporting independent filmmakers. Like recently I've had a few conversations about the difference between Hollywood high power manufacturing and then the creativity that comes from the independent filmmaker that does the special effects by themselves and you know like is putting their passion on the film, you know, on the screen in front of you. And it's such a more authentic film. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. A, a lot of stuff that we do, like I'm like I do a lot of work with Clock Out Films, and they got a movie called Slaughter Beach, and they're kind of like that. They do a lot of the special effects like in house, and um, I don't know, it's just really cool. I like this stuff.
Is Slaughter Beach on Tubi right now?
Yeah, you can see it on Tubi. And we have a screening in Wilmington, Delaware at Theater N on June 28th,
Yep.
alongside with Rocky Horror Picture Show. So
I
you can
am
go out and see a
so
double
there.
feature.
We had this conversation earlier. I'm looking forward to it. So, would you suggest that I do a screening of Slaughter Beach at home, or should I just wait and see it on the big screen the first time?
You can do both. Yeah, well, you can do both, or you can even go to SRS and buy the DVD, or buy it from our merch table when you see us live.
That's pretty cool. And you're going to be at Traumathon 24, correct?
Yeah, that's on July 19th and 20th at the Mahoning Drive-In in Lehighton, Pennsylvania. It's a 2-day camping event celebrating not only Toxic Avenger's 40th year anniversary, but the 50th anniversary of Trauma itself. Trauma turns 50 this year, and we're going to celebrate 2 days long camping out on a mountain in Pennsylvania. It's going to be awesome.
I've heard so many good things about that drive-in. I almost went in the fall to go see Rocky Horror, and then I forget what happened that I wound up not going. But I was like, oh, I'm curious about the drive-in and the whole culture of going to see it there. So I think that's a really great place to have something that's celebrating 40 years of this and 50 years of this at a drive-in theater makes it even more awesome, I think.
This will be this will be like the fourth or fifth year they've done it in a row, and it's just really cool every year they do it. They have like a new theme every year, and this year the theme is the 50th anniversary, so they're doing it all like a big birthday party. It's gonna be fun.
That's so awesome. Is Lloyd going to be there?
Yeah, Lloyd will be there. He's signing autographs for free.
Oh,
You can get
wow.
photo ops with Lloyd for free. I mean, he doesn't charge for autographs like a lot of some other celebrities do. You can just go right up and meet him, meet Toxic Avenger, you can get your picture taken with anybody. You like meet stars from Trauma movies. They're all going to be there. It's just one big Trauma celebration. 50 years. It's gonna
That's
be
so
cool.
awesome. That's a humongous, like 50 years is huge to do anything for 50 years. So that's super cool. Are there any other cons that you have on your schedule right now?
Um, Monster Mania is like in August in Cherry Hill, I believe, and then there's another Monster Mania in October in Baltimore. Um, but I'm not sure. Other than that, um, yeah, I think
If
that's it.
people follow your
All I know.
social media, say at Dan the Termite, would they be able to know what cons you're going to be at?
Yeah, I'll post graphics and stuff and things like when people make flyers, I'll post those, so you'll get all the information there if you need it.
Awesome. So you heard it
Or you can
here
always just
first,
go to
folks.
trauma.com, or you can follow Lloyd Kaufman on Twitter, and you can get all the information there. If you want Trauma information, or if you want Clock Out Films information, you can go to Clock Out Films. Or if you
What
want
else
Shit
does
Baby
Clock Out?
information,
I
even I
was going
have
to
my
say
own
that.
film coming out called Shit Baby. You
Yes, I
go
want to hear about that. All I know is that it's called Shit Baby. I know nothing else, and I am intrigued by the title alone. So please tell us, what is Shit Baby? Without
It
giving
started
away
off as a
big
joke.
surprise.
So we have our private chat, and inside this private chat, our cinematographer comes up to us and he's just saying, he brings up this weird premise. I don't even want to like say it out loud because it kind of like it just, but more or less, the film is about dealing with. It's like a satirical look at dealing with the consequences that come from real life situations such as abortion and drug use. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that. I'm picturing like the shit demon in Dogma. I was not. Okay, this is a lot more. It's a lot deeper than that. It's deeper shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be something, all right.
Okay. So is it in production? Is it already
Yeah,
in the can?
we've got a lot of the props that are done right now,
Okay.
and some that are like almost done. But once they're done, I mean, about got a full-size toilet for this thing, and setting up a whole like dressing a whole set for it and everything. It's gonna be my first real thing. I'm pretty stoked for it.
Well, congratulations. That is awesome. And I can't wait to hear more about it. Like, it's so, just like I said, the title grabbed me.
Yeah, it's only gonna be a short, and so like it's just to see if I can do it. And if I can do it, then I have more plans.
Manifest that shit, baby.
Yeah, right.
That's so cool. And what else does Clockout Films do? To go back to that, I know you do the marketing for them.
Yeah, so I do the marketing for their film Slaughter Beach. And right now you can see it on Tubi, or you can go to SRS. I think it's SRS.com or SRS Cinema. You can look it up on Google and buy it off their website. I think they're doing this big liquidation sale, so like you probably get it really cheap.
Now's the time.
Yeah. But like I'll do like the postcards and the posters and the marketing stuff like that, set up their merch table and their promotions and stuff online for like if their status is on Facebook and stuff and public appearance, I guess you could say. But I mean, it's not like they can't do it themselves or anything like that. It's kind of like they just folded me in because we're all just really good friends, and I'm just appreciative, kind of just happy to be there.
Absolutely. No, believe me, that's me with Johnny right now. I'm so happy to be here doing this, and I'm so glad he gave me the opportunity because I'm a baby podcaster. I have my podcast, Learn and Go, the podcast, modeled after. I keep doing the wrong side. One of these interviews, I'm going to know which side this is on. So it's Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go is my book, and then I had the podcast modeled after that, which you can get the book at learnedandgogo.com. Shameless plug. But like for Johnny to put his faith in me to like handle these interviews, I understand like having a friend that's like, go ahead, you can do the marketing, because they believe in you means a lot. So I gotcha.
Yeah. And to bring it back to Johnny Necro again, which is really cool of him. I write, I kind of do like a lot of like writing and stuff, but I had this really like just wacky story. I was just pitching to him one day, just that I had, and he went and made a drawing of this character that I described in my story, and it was so like awesome, and I was just moved by the fact that like he didn't have to do it, because like artists they'll like be like, oh yeah, I'll draw your stuff for like $30, whatever, trying to make money or whatever, and it's fine because you should be paid for your art, you should be paid for your talent, you should be paid for your time. But he took his time, his art, and his talent into his own and just drew a picture of it based off of what I described and was like, yo, here it is. And I saw it and I was like, God damn it, there it is.
It was like from his brain to his art, right?
Yeah, it was just so perfect. And I don't know, I was just really appreciative of him like just taking the time to do that. So I think we kind of like bonded over that, and that's kind of like what kind of set it off, like kind of how we clicked.
Have you guys met in real life, or is it just?
Yeah, I met him once at what was it, the Media Con or something?
The Great Media Comic-Con. You were there?
Yeah.
I was there both years. Were you there this year?
Yeah, I was there this year. Me and the Clockout Films guys, we drove up there and we met Johnny, and I picked up a copy of the comic and everything, and it was pretty sweet. Yeah.
So if you saw, which day were you there? Saturday or Sunday?
Was it? Oh my God, I think it was Saturday.
Okay. Did you see Lois Lane walking around?
Oh no! It was Sunday. It was Sunday.
Okay. That'd be April O'Neil.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I did.
Okay. I was just saying I was April O'Neil on Sunday and I was Lois Lane on Saturday. So okay. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you and say hi to you there. Because that's like such a great community of people.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then we had a screening there for Slaughter Beach at the Townhouse or something, Media Townhouse, I think it was called.
Really?
And that went over really well, actually. And we played like the music video from Brian Wilde's Amityville's version of the Galactic Samurai Schoolgirls.
You told me that, and I definitely want to know more about this. Again, a title that has grabbed me.
Yeah, so Donald Farmer has an anthology movie coming out very soon with a bunch of different directors who have submitted their parts for it. And the part that Brian Wilde submitted was called Amityville versus the Galactic Samurai Schoolgirls. So Amityville versus Galactic Samurai Schoolgirls stars Will Keenan, who played Tromeo in Tromeo and Juliet, and Casey in
Okay.
Terra Firma. It's his big return to acting, and Brian Wilde directed it, and Newt Wallen wrote it, and Dan Davis stars in it. He's the guy who directed Slaughter Beach, and it's also my acting debut.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever acted anything, so I'm pretty stoked on that. And then it also stars Fallon Marissa and Grendel Clark and Dana Webb.
Very cool. So is it out now? Can we watch it now? Is it coming out soon or?
Oh, I have no idea. It'll be in film festivals and stuff. I think he submitted to some film festival somewhere, but
Okay.
we did a screening for it at Theater N that went over pretty well. And then I guess it'll come out later on with the rest of the other parts in the other anthologies for
So
the
cool.
Amityville Aliens.
So, okay. So just, is it just like a combination of Amityville horror versus this, or is there like more to it? Because I hear
I think
Amityville
it's
and
just
I
a bunch of alien
immediately,
stories, like alien themed stories that take place in Amityville.
oh,
Because that's what
okay.
ours is. Really, it's just an alien story that takes place in not necessarily the Amityville house, but
Right. But the town
right.
having still the imprint of the evil from what happened. Okay. Just because it's versus. So I'm like, is it like you have a crazy priest, versus these school? Like, I'm just trying to imagine what the storyline is. So,
Oh well, it's aliens from outer space that want to take these men back to their home planet to work in these pleasure mines.
oh,
Yeah, so
I'm even more intrigued now. Okay.
they're
So,
called pleasure
so what
mines.
goes on in a pleasure mine? Is that like what I'm assuming goes on in a
You'd
pleasure
have to use your imagination. That's never
mine?
really been divulged to me. I didn't get that far in the movie
I didn't
before.
know if that was your role, you're acting. I didn't know if you
Not to
guys.
spoil it, but I'm only in the movie for a little bit.
I just didn't know what your role was. You just said it was your acting debut, but
Oh
didn't say
yeah,
what
no,
your
I'm
character is.
I'm like, okay, so there's three guys. I'm one of the three guys, and um there's three alien girls, and they try to take us back to their pleasure mines.
Okay.
That's more or less the story.
It's
And
kind of like a reverse Earth girls are easy. It's like Earth guys need to be in the pleasure mines.
yeah, it doesn't. I'm not sure exactly what we have to be there for. I
Okay.
don't know what we're mining other than pleasure.
I guess that seeds come in all different ways, though.
I don't know. It's really good though. It's a really fun one.
Good. It sounds, I love the title. So, like I said, intrigued by the title. A good title will grab you. And so far, you've given me Shit Baby and Slaughter Beach and Amityville versus the Galactic Samurai Schoolgirls. So, we're batting 1,000 with titles.
Oh yeah, we got more coming too, but I don't know. Those are in the future.
Awesome. Like, are you like just still developing storylines or are you just waiting for
Oh
the
well, we got
opportunity to film what you have?
yeah. Dan Davis is working on this story where it's like three um, Delaware-based horror stories that are based off of like urban legends from Delaware,
Okay.
like local myths and stuff. And so he's taking three of them and he's kind of elaborating on them a little bit and making his own little anthology movie. And then, I guess I'll go ahead and say we're going to do Slaughter Beach too.
Oh, yay! Sequel. Awesome. All right.
Yeah,
So I'm super excited for Slaughter Beach 1, and now I'm like doubly excited knowing that the story is going to continue.
yeah. Slaughter Beach 2 is going to be real fun. We're talking about like the the difference in the plot, I guess, and how we might introduce some kind of supernatural elements and stuff.
Okay.
It's gonna be kind of cool.
That sounds super cool. So, because oh, Casey, that's your dog's name.
He's got a deformed trachea. He's an old dog. So
Oh, baby.
so he does this little like thing until he coughs and then he's fine.
Oh.
So I knew he would do this. He'd come in, bug me.
He'll do one big cough and it'll be fine. It's coming.
What kind of dog is he?
A puggle. There it is.
Oh, okay.
He's a puggle. He's super old. He's got a malformed trachea. So when he gets excited, he does this
He starts hacking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a son. Oh, buddy. I have 2 labs. My one's 11 and the other's 2. So the 11-year-old's starting to get old lady stuff too. So
yeah, he's like 15, I think.
oh,
He's
buddy. Oh, he's a grumpy grandpa.
Yeah.
Oh. They're so cute though. I love dogs. I love animals, period. Like I would have a farm if my husband didn't veto me at every turn because I'm just like, let's get this and this. He's like, no, we live in the suburbs. You cannot have a cow. Yeah. But if it were up to me, be Sunnyside Farms or whatever. But okay, so back to Delaware legends. I don't think I know Delaware legends. Like I know Jersey Devil and I know, like Sasquatch or, but I don't think I know any specific to Delaware.
Yeah, I'm really not too up on my Delaware urban legends either, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm from Baltimore, so
that's right.
That's a Dan Davis production. But he's been talking about the 3 stories in it, and they seem like they're pretty cool. Like apparently there's one that involves a Selbyville swamp monster.
Okay, Selbyville. I do know where that's like in the very bottom of Delaware.
Yeah, I have I work at a comic book store. That's like right there.
Okay.
On what is it? 54, I think it is. Route 54. Lighthouse Road, whatever the hell it is.
Because that's like close to the park that has the wild horses. It's like south of Selbyville, right? Like that area. Okay. It's like a big word I can never pronounce correctly, so I'm not going to try to. It's just the horse park.
Yeah, so I know that's one of the stories he's gonna try to do in this film is the Selbyville swamp monster, and then the other one is kind of like a ghost story about like a fiddler and like a bridge. I guess it's Fiddler's Bridge.
I've never heard of that. That's really cool. I'm interested in like learning about these things. I like a podcast called Morbid. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Cool. And they do like true crime, but they also do ghost stories and spooky stuff and cryptids. And so I was like, I'm not familiar, but I definitely want to learn more about it.
Yeah. He's got a lot of really good ideas for that. And I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, post on your social media so that I can follow along. I'm the worst with the hands. I'm like pointing over all over the place. But cool.
And you can follow more on that at Clock Out Films. Like, I mean, Clock Out Films has an Instagram. I think they'll post too.
Okay. Is it just at Clock Out Films?
Yeah, I think Dan Davis runs the Instagram, and he'll post a lot about the Delaware stories and stuff there.
Okay. I'll definitely follow that too, so I can see when it comes out, because now I'm super curious to see what these urban legends are, because I'm not far from Delaware and I've never heard of anything specific to there. So it'll be fun to learn and get spooked. Very cool. Well, thank you for joining me. Was there anything else? Like, do you have any other Johnny stories? We love Johnny stories.
First time I met him, like I walked into the convention and I was like, Johnny Necro. He's like, hey, I gotta go take a shit. Like, all right, I'll be right back. And I just kind of walked around the convention for about 10-15 minutes till he came back.
That's hilarious. And then you got inspired to make Shit Baby, right? No, I'm just kidding. That's so funny. Well, Johnny is nothing if not authentically himself, so that tracks,
Yeah, good dude.
Oh, very, very. And the more I meet his friends, the more it just shows how much, you guys all rock. And I appreciate you taking the time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And I hope that I can follow you on social and see what you're up to. And I can't wait to hopefully meet you at Slaughter Beach and Rocky Horror.
All right.
Cool. All right. Thank you again.